Hey guys, in this video, let's run our .NET application from Docker CLI. See guys, earlier we executed our .NET application from Visual Studio, but now let's run it from Docker CLI. So from Docker CLI, we will build and we will create Docker image for our .NET application, and then we will run this image. That is, we will start the Docker container. That means our .NET application will start running. Now guys, if we go to Docker desktop, so let's open Docker desktop. See, I am under images and I can see three images. So this is the first image, that is Hello World application. So this was the first application we ran as a Docker, right? Then this is our second application, that is our first Docker app which we created in Visual Studio. And if you remember, this is a base image, that is this base image is used in this our first Docker app. Let me show you that. So guys, this is our application in Visual Studio, and if I go to this Docker file, see this, we have used this as a base image. And what is base image, why we have it, we have already discussed in our previous video. Now before we build our image and before we run our application from Docker CLI, let's actually make some simple change. So again, I will go to this index.cshtml, and here for example I will say this is my version 2, and let's just save it. But again, now instead of running it from Visual Studio, we will run it from Docker CLI. So let's open PowerShell. Let's open it. Let me maximize it. And of course, first we can check Docker version. And here we can see existing Docker images as well. Yes, so we have three images. Now first, we have to run this application from Docker CLI, right? So let's go to the source folder path. So here I will right click. I will say open folder in File Explorer. Let's copy this path and let's go to PowerShell again. And here I will say CD and that path. And now here if I say show me the list of files. So here, yes, if you see, we have this Docker file available. Now if you remember, from this Docker file we build our Docker image, and when we run that Docker image, container starts running, that is our application starts running, right? So again here we have Docker file. Now to create Docker image from this Docker file, I will say Docker build -t, that is it's for tagging our first Docker app :v2. See guys, this colon, and then after that providing this tag, that is v1, v2 or latest, it is mandatory. Then space and then dot. That means from this location there is Docker file, and build Docker image from that Docker file. So let's say enter. So it looks like our Docker image has been successfully created. So let's cross check. So I will say Docker images. So yes, see this, we have this image with version v2, and now we have to start the container from this Docker image. So I will say Docker run -p. See guys, this is port mapping -p. So don't worry, I will explain it in our upcoming videos. Then I will say, or I will give some random port for my local machine. So this 8600, it stands for my local machine, and then colon. And now after this colon, we have to give the port of the container, that is the port of container where our application is actually running. That is the port on which the application is running inside the container. So if we go here and if we check this Docker file, see this, it says it has been exposed on port 8080. So here I will say 8080. So again guys, this 8080, it is the port inside the container, and this 8600, that is the port for my local machine. Space, and now we have to provide the image name. So I will say our first Docker app v2, and let's say enter. Now see, it says now listening on. So it's listening on port 8080. That is, it's listening on port 8080 inside the container. But again, as you can guess, locally, that is on my local machine, I have mapped it to port 8600, right? So the locally application is running on port 8600. So let's cross check that. So let's open Chrome. So I will say localhost 8600, and I will say enter. And yes, you can see the application is running, and now it correctly shows version v2. So that's it guys for this video. Thanks for listening.